Hi guys, welcome back to HarryMakesItUp. I hope you guys are all really well. Can you believe it? It is the final video in the Capsule makeup series. The reality is I could have gone on forever. I could have created more and more looks, but I felt 10 was a nice place to end it. I have a giveaway as well for you guys, so stay tuned to the end to find out how you can win the giveaway prizes. And yeah, I just thought we'd evaluate before we start and before I show you the final look. So this is look 10, which I feel is kind of like a tutti frutti, reminds me of fruit salad sweets. I don't know if anyone remembers those in England. It's kind of like a sunset eye look, very nice for evening, very pretty, and I have added some false lashes to this look as well. So just to kind of go over again, the whole point of the Capsule makeup wardrobe really was for me to kind of create some new content that I felt wasn't promoting this kind of idea of mass consumption, keep buying everything, especially with the amount of new launches. There's such an abundance of it in the moment. I really wanted to kind of make some content that I felt wasn't contributing towards that. So also encouraging you guys and myself to look at products we already own and kind of fall back in love with them again. I wanted to kind of go over what I've learned really as well, and I will put on the screen now the 10 products that I committed to. So you'll see the 10 products on the screen now are the products that I have used for every single look in the past 10 videos I've done on my channel. Kind of reflecting back now, I feel that my main takeaways really were that mixing products makes everything double up. It makes everything like a multi-stick or a multi-finish product. So cream blushes become lipsticks, cream eye stains become lip colors. They can be mixed together to make a cheek color. Mixing products as well, I think, changes the texture, which is nice. So perhaps using like a lip balm on your eyelid, you know, giving a gloss. I think it was the whole point of this challenge as well, I think, made me, and from what it sounds like you guys as well, much more creative with makeup and kind of got you out of your comfort zone, but it also made it fun having some kind of limitation within the amount of products you had to choose from because you had to be more creative. So I feel like as well, the main thing was falling back in love with products. That was what was so enjoyable for me, seeing that I didn't need new products. And while as a makeup artist, I'm always testing products for my pro kit, and for you guys as well to an extent, it was nice to really firmly just appreciate 10 products and to even hit pan on my lip balm. That was very exciting for me. And maybe you guys found the same, you actually used up a full foundation. And that was another thing that came out of this really, is when did you last fully use a product up before starting a new one? So I am going to put a playlist at the end of the video if you want to go and watch all the looks in the Capsule makeup challenge that I did. There were 10 in total, but just to give you a refresh, in case you're interested, look 1, I'll pop on the screen now. That was like a hot pink lip with a slightly shimmery eye and a soft wing. And then we had look 2, which was very much a kind of grungy inspired glass skin, which was really, really fun, a bit more minimal. And then look 3 for me, I felt was like an homage to Elizabeth Taylor. It was so fun to do something very glamorous. I love this makeup look. I'm definitely going to be going back to that one. Look 4 was a really hot pink eye with quite like a sort of dagger flick. It didn't really go all the way along. It sort of went up like a triangle. So that was a really, really fun, more editorial inspired look. And then look 5, I went for kind of my go-to fall chocolatey dusted eye look, where it was just that really kind of like truffly eye, where it kind of looks like the dust on a chocolate truffle. Just really nice and intense and rich and a little bit smoky. For look 6, I really wanted to experiment with faux freckles. That was really fun to do, and I did that also with a copper eye. Look 7 and 8 were 2 looks that had the same eye, which was a very kind of intensely rimmed winged eye look. And then I did one with a nude lip and one with a pink lip, and also did like a pink shadow accent. Look 9 was more for my cool tone girls, because you guys were saying you wanted to see cool tone looks as well, and that was like a really quite an extreme like winged shadow look that was kind of soft on top, but then with the nice juxtaposition of a really sharp line to kind of pull the wing out. And then we have this look today. So I won't chat on anymore. I'm going to get into the look and show you how I created this little sunset eye, which is a bit peachy, a bit pinky, a mix of the eyeshadow tones, a kind of nice soft lash line, smoky lash line with a little bit of a false lash. So keep watching to get the look. So the first thing I've done is I have primed my eyes with the NARS Pro Prime, and I've got a little bit of lip balm and moisturiser on, which is the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine SPF 30 cream. Skincare didn't count in the challenge. So I think I'm going to start with eyes. Hopefully by this point I have let my Pro Prime dry a little bit. I always think with an eye primer you want to give it a couple of seconds just to dry properly. And I'm going to go back to for the last time to my Flesh palette, and I want to start with this colour as a transition, so the central shade in the palette. I'm going to use this one by Real Techniques, which is the 203 brush, and I've got my mirror ready, and I can't believe it's the last look of the challenge. I'm going to start wiping this through just to give myself a bit of a crease, and I'm going to play with some colour today. So I'm just running that through the socket, and I've loved this colour. I feel like this has been one of my favourite colours in the palettes actually, and I think it's one I used in the very first look, look 1. So I'm taking it all the way in. So I'm going to leave my brows there, I'm going to come back to my Flesh palette, and now I want to take the warm brown a little bit more solid through the kind of socket. So I'm going to a slightly more domed brush. This is a Colourpop E9. And I'm going to take this bit more precisely and just kind of carve out my crease a little bit deeper. And it can be quite round at the bottom, that doesn't matter too much. And then I'm going back to the Real Techniques brush that I applied the first colour with, and I'm just going to kind of buff those a little bit together. And I want to add in some of the pinks. So I'm going to use a Zoeva Luxe Definer 227 brush. And I'm going to go in with some of the pink. So I'm going to take this on the outer corner. So we start to bring in a little bit of colour, and it has that kind of ethereal sort of wash of colour within it, which I think will look really, really pretty. Don't worry if there's any fall down. So I'm kind of using it quite softly. I'm not going like super intense with the pink. So I'm keeping it in the outer corner and then just taking it towards the inside corner, but not fully on the lid on that side. Then I want to go back to the deeper brush I used at the beginning and go back to the mid shade and take this under the eye. Just to give a bit of shadow underneath and to kind of connect up with the top eye. And I'm keeping that more on the outer corner as well, so not going too far under. Then I'm going to go into the coppery shade that we used the other day, and I'm going to take that onto the first half of the eye. And I'm just using a slightly flatter brush. This is the Colourpop E4. I'm going to take that along the bottom lash and kind of like into the inner corner. So it kind of starts like fade into that pink, so we get that really nice kind of like sunset eye, which I think looks really pretty and really soft. So you see the gold just kind of like falls into the pink in a really nice soft gradient. And then I'm just going to take the lightest shade, well actually it's not the lightest shade, but the gold colour on the same brush, and I'm just going to run that underneath to connect. So there's like an extra pop of highlight just there. And I'm going to take that just less than halfway under the eye area. So I'm just taking my Charlotte Tilbury Barbarella Brown and just doing a few dots on the outer corner, so just to give a bit more intensity to the corner of the lash line. And then I'm going to go into the dark chocolate brown, so this one with that same petite blender, and just kind of smoke that line a little bit. So there's more of like a gradient of the brown smokiness. And I'm going to take that kind of along the lash line all the way along, but keeping the focus on the outside corner. Then I'm going to take something like a straight angle brush, and I'm going to go into the black in the shadow, and I'm just going to make a little bit more of a wing. Just to pull the eye out slowly, slightly even. But it's more like pulling it out rather than giving it too much of a wing. But then it still looks quite nice and soft and smoky. And then just dipping a pointed brush into the brown as well. I'm just kind of connecting that a little bit on the bottom, just to tie those two colours together, just like in the lower lash line. So big curl, and then I'm gonna put a coat of my L'Oreal mascara on, which is the Paradise Ecstatic, which you guys, I think it's fair to say, have seen me really fall in love with through this challenge. And I want to put quite a bit on, because I'm just going to put a corner lash on. I think that's all I'm going to add. So for the final time, I'm going to use my Pinch of Colour Honey Balm, and I'm going to use this to do a bit of pre-illuminizing under the skin and give it a bit of slip. I've loved using this highlighter. I think it's just so pretty. And I'm going to use my Urban Decay concealer, and I'm just going to perfect the skin. So I'm going back in with a synthetic brush, and I'm going to use this kind of just to buff under my eyes and make things start to look a bit more seamless and a bit more polished, just so it starts to really come together now. And then I'm just going to go in and pinpoint conceal, so I'm just going to do a little bit extra under here, a dot there. I have like a tiny scar from where I had some extraction done, but I think it's kind of on its way out, so it should be okay. And I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is another Colourpop. This is F11. I really like this for concealer. And I'm just going to pat. And it's quite a nice one for like buffing at the same time, without kind of removing too much of the concealer. So I'm just like pulling the concealer down as well, because I don't want it to go too close to the eye, because I want to keep that nice blending work we did underneath as well. And I may even go back in and just tidy that up slightly. So I'm just using a bit of the mid-tone shadow just to re-blend underneath my lash line. So a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, and I am going to add a little wing lash because it's Friday night. So I'm going to take my 318s, these are the Ardell Accent lashes, and for me these are probably one of my favourite red carpet lashes. I'm not a massive false lash fan when it comes to kind of big strip lashes, but these are just so elegant and very much like a perfecting, just adding a little something without being too much. They're not uncomfortable, they have the Invisiband, and I love these. These and the Ardell short individual knot freeze and medium knot freeze individuals are the ones that I use most in my red carpet kit. So I'm going to put some lash glue on the band. I'm just using Duo. I'm just going to place these on top really close to my lash band, and you'll see they just really like extend my eye look outwards. So I'm just making sure that's nice and pushed in and secure. Doesn't that make such a difference? I just feel like it still looks like my eyelashes, but like the best my eyelashes could probably ever look. So for cheeks, I'm going to go to Cloud Paint and my beloved Bourjois liquid lipstick and make a custom cream blush, because that is one thing I have loved the most actually about doing this challenge, is using liquid lipsticks as a cream blush. Makes them last a super long time. So I've got my Bourjois one here. I've just mixed in a dot with my Cloud Paint, and the back of my hand I'm just making like a little custom palette, and I end up with this really lovely kind of creamy pinky colour that I think is perfect with this eye look. So I'm just patting, and then I'm going to take my cheek brush that I used for the base and just kind of smudge out any edges and just buff it in really nicely for a really nice kind of creamy finish. And I'm going to go with one final coat of my Pinch of Colour. I'm actually going to use a bit of what's left actually on my hand, on my lip, just to pat it in slightly, just to give a slight base colour to my lip. So it's quite nice, it's quite like a subtle pink. And I'm just going back to my Pinch of Colour stick and adding a nice bit of glow, just to give my skin that real gleam. And I love this one. This one doesn't ever like lift the foundation. It's very good at just using straight from the tube. This is my Clarins, the one I hit pan on, guys. So I can just about get a little bit if I pat it. In fact, I'm gonna have to use my finger and like scoop a bit out. Okay, so I've just like squished a bit out. And because this is like a nice nude tone, it's really pretty. And that, guys, is look 10 of the Capsule Makeup Challenge. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I have loved creating this content for you. Going forward, I kind of feel like maybe it's one of those things that we do every now and then when there's maybe a theme. So perhaps like in January, we can do capsule makeup, every product under $10 perhaps. I've even thought about doing maybe 10 items of makeup and trying them all on different people so that every single person has a different look to show the products that I think are the most multi-use, the most universally flattering on different skin tones, different hair colors, all those kind of things. I feel like these could be really cool ways to kind of explore doing the Capsule Makeup Challenge and making it a bit more accessible as well than you guys just seeing out on my face. So let me know what you guys think to that. I've also thought as well, if I were to carry on doing this, guys, this is definitely something I could perhaps do on like Instagram Live. I've been loving doing Instagram Live. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's just at HarryMakesItUp. Go check me out there because I'm definitely doing more lives than I ever have been. And maybe even I'll do the capsule makeup looks in my stories or something and save them in my highlights, because I've now finally got onto doing highlights. Yes, I am a tech wizard in my mind. But yeah, so I feel like that's it, guys. I have a little giveaway just to say thank you for sticking with me, and it's been lovely getting to know you guys as well with kind of creating this new content. I feel like it's really spoke to a lot of you, and that means a lot, and getting to talk more about where I stand in the beauty industry, what improvements I'd like to see made, and just chatting with you guys and getting your feedback has been lovely. So as a little thank you, I have a giveaway. I have a bag of goodies here from Ciate. I have got some glitter flip sticks in here. I have got their new Astro Lights Burnt Eyeshadow Palette, which I did actually model recently on an Instagram Live. And I've also got their Wonderland Mascara. So there's, I think 3 glitter flip lips, the mascara, the eyeshadow palette, and there's also one of the dewy sticks, which you guys know I love. So I'm gonna do a giveaway with this. To be in with a chance of winning, all you have to do is be subscribed and stay subscribed to my channel, and go follow me on Instagram at HarryMakesItUp. Leave me a comment down below and on Instagram just saying hi. Maybe use the hashtag Capsule Makeup Challenge so I know you guys have enjoyed it, and that will enter you into the competition. It's open worldwide as well. I will announce the winner in probably like 2 weeks, I think, from this video going live. Don't forget, all the information is on my blog as well at HarryMakesItUp. If you guys were new to my channel, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been beneficial. I would love it if you guys subscribe. If you've enjoyed this, tell your friends about it. Maybe get them to try doing the challenge with you. I think that's the fun thing as well. If there's someone doing the challenge with you, then it's sometimes a little bit easier, and you can kind of see what pieces were missing. And yeah, it's just good to evaluate this experience as well, and it's been awesome. I've loved doing it. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you soon.